Your time with the Bert Show doesn't have to end when the live show is over. Of course, we podcast. Davi has a podcast called Broadly Speaking. Mo's got a podcast called In the Moment. And on it this week, there's a debate on Romeo, our producer, changing his name yet again.
Yeah, Romeo's going to have to kind of explain where this came from because I don't know. I know this goes way back to when he changed his name initially on the show the first time. I just know we had a moment where I was talking to him like normally, and I called him Romeo, and he just was like, that's not my name. Y'all need to stop calling me that. So I was lost. I'm like, as far as I know, that's the name that you gave yourself. We talked about it on air, and he was like, yeah, but y'all say it wrong. And he had this energy that he's never had on the Bert Show, but he had it for me. And he's tearing me up about not knowing his name, and which led to him then telling me, admitting that he wants to change his name back, but because of something that was said on the show, he doesn't think he can. So I'm putting him on the spot to say why he wants to have his name changed or what we've been doing wrong all this time.
So is this going to be one of these TikToks? Kevin, that's not my name. Romeo, that's not my name. That's good. So for those of you that don't know the history here, whatever we're calling you, do you want to give them
whatever we're calling you?
Do you want to give them the history here?
Yeah, so I was given the government name of Kevin, which I grew up with. I never liked it. I hated the way it sounds in Spanish for the most part. I always hated it. It's Kevin. So it was just always bothered me. I always liked it in English. But then during the 2020 era, the whole Karen situation started happening, right? And then the male version of Karen's started being Kevin. So any white guy that was acting up, it was either Kyle or Kevin, but I kept hearing Kevin, and you guys actually use Kevin a lot on the show. So I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. And I just like, I'm going to change it. And I brought it up as a personal story. And in the middle of the segment, Kristen was just like, what would you like to be called? And the first thing that came to my mind was Romeo.
You said Romeo.
Okay, so we can't access that audio because I was pulling audio because I was trying to get all the evidence.
Man was serious. I'm telling you.
Which is impressive because we've lost a majority of our audio.
And that's exactly what happened with the original. So I originally changed my name on November 12th of 2020. Because I saw the tweet.
He's here to present evidence.
Exhibit A.
I went back on Twitter and I looked when it was tweeted, and it was November 12th, 2020 on 9:50 something.
Okay.
All right.
It's the end of the show. Like the last thing we're doing is we are changing somebody's name on the show in mid-segment.
So that's when it was originally changed from Kevin to Romeo. And I remember that day I said I wanted to be called Romeo, and my mistake was saying it in Spanish, because then you guys tried copying it. But then you guys got it was smooth at first. You guys were saying it right, but then it got lazy, and it just became Romeo, and you guys added mayonnaise to it for some reason.
we gringofied it.
Yeah, you said it.
We went hard on the mayo. Not so much on the...
But I will say this, for wherever we're going here with this and whatever you're going to call yourself, that I felt like there was an immediate personality change with you when we started calling you Romeo from Kevin. Like Kevin was kind of meek and sat in the back of the room. Romeo had BDE.
Yep.
Voice got a little deeper.
Yeah. It's like,
for
put
sure.
me in a Speedo. I'll dance by the street.
Yeah, I'll do it again. Like we'll switch it up again. But so
I kind of miss Kevin.
What a sweet guy he was.
Kevin wouldn't be sitting in this chair right now.
Right.
I'm kidding.
So what is it you want from us, Romeo, Romeo,
listen,
Kevin?
I know it's getting old. I brought this up again September 1st of 2021. Okay. And during this, it was a bonus content. It was the very, very first bonus content that we ever posted. And you guys took a vote. Whether it was, I wanted it to be pronounced as Romeo. You guys wanted to keep it as Romeo.
Yes.
Mayo.
We rejected your request.
Mayo.
And so you guys took a vote, and it went against me. But I went back, and we did have the audio for that. So in that clip that you guys are about to hear, you said something, Bert, that can undo every single vote. And Tommy, go ahead. Romeo.
He wants to be Romeo.
I'm just going to call you Rrr.
All right, that's what you want.
It's wrong.
Can we actually
Bert's
vote?
disappointed.
Let him decide.
I want to pull the
How
audio.
we gonna vote on the man's name? He can't pick his own name.
Guess not. We can do it. I'll let you guys have it.
I'll hit
Are
it.
you even full time yet? Because you can. You're still part time. You don't
Oh,
get a
you
say.
don't get to choose your name. What are we talking about?
You get no health insurance, and you don't get to decide your name.
You should be happy we don't have you answering a dumbass.
Happy 1 year anniversary of the Bert Show. Why are you even friends with us?
Right?
We're so mean.
So the point you're making here, if I'm picking up on what you're putting down here, is that
Mm-hmm.
when you were part time, you didn't have a say in your name. But if you were full time, then we would have listened to you.
You said it.
And now you're full time.
Now I'm full time.
When did you become full time?
Like about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. All right. So now you get a say. That doesn't mean
Doesn't mean we have to listen.
You can say whatever the hell you want.
It's Romeo. I'll just put it out there right now.
Can we all agree? This is going to be it. You are full time. This is your radio name, even though it is common in radio. You don't get to choose your radio name. Typically, somebody else chooses your radio name for you.
Yeah.
But because we're not going the old school way, the Bert Show has evolved. What the hell do you want to be called?
This is it. This is
This
your
is it.
Now, is this a request or is this
No,
definitive?
this is the person sitting to my left that I don't know how to refer to him. He is going to say his name once and for all.
This is it.
This is
This is it. A lot of pressure here, man.
This is like Wheel of Fortune. Don't mispronounce it because we will call you that.
Right,
All right,
never.
This is it. All right.
It's literally just like my social media handles. It's just Romeo.
So
Romeo.
Just Romeo
Just
is what we're
Romeo.
calling you. Just,
Just
Romeo.
Romeo.
No, wait,
Just
no,
Romeo.
wait.
Okay, we got it.
Romeo.
Just Romeo.
Just Romeo.
Just Romeo.
You got it.
Right.
That's actually better than Mayo.
Save the audio.
I'm trying to warn you.
Your
Wheel of
one
Fortune
shot.
rules.
Your one opportunity.
All right.
Damn it, Kevin.
Just Romeo it is, man.
Just Romeo. It's such a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations on your full-time status with the Bert Show.
I'm going to call you dumbass.
Save the audio, Tommy. All right. It went down just the way you wanted. You're now just Romeo. All right.
Okay.
Can we call you JR from time to time?
Thank you, just Romeo.
you.
Just Romeo.
Just Romeo, y'all.
Okay.
Just Romeo.
Give it up for Just Romeo.
And let's move on.
If you want to call him, he'll be answering phones 1-855-BERT show and say hi to our new employee, Just Romeo.
You put respect on that name.
All right, so
We're so mean.
one shot, one opportunity, man.
The Bert Show.